Prosecutors say an 11-year-old girl was tortured, beaten, and murdered. And now her adoptive mother and grandparents could be eligible for the death penalty. That's our top story on the 4. I'm Anna Laurel.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. CBS 8's Kelly Hassedall joins us live from the East County Courthouse in El Cajon with what happened during today's hearing. Kelly.
That's right, and at this point there haven't been any decisions made on whether or not the DA's office will pursue this as a death penalty case, but we did learn today that it is a possibility. Now, Arabella McCormack's biological mother was seated next to me in the courtroom, and here's what she said. Potential this could be a death penalty case.
Good.
What are your thoughts on that?
Good. Good. They should never, ever, ever be allowed out of those bars, out of custody. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. If I could have them in a 2x2 cell for the rest of their lives in a little cage, like they put my baby in when she was 6 years old, still in a crib and in diapers at 6, you joking me? Why do you get kids just to hurt them?
And that was Toriana Flores. She was wearing a T-shirt with her daughter's photo on it. Now, cameras were not allowed inside court today. The judge didn't allow it. So we do have some file video of Leticia McCormack and her parents, Adella and Stanley Tom. I can tell you that the 3 defendants all went before a judge together today. At one point, their attorneys left briefly, and it appeared that the grandparents who were seated near each other were talking to each other. From my understanding, that is not allowed. Arabella's biological mother was upset about it. Now, the defendants face hundreds of charges in the torture and murder of Arabella back in 2022. She was just 48 pounds when she died. They're also accused of abusing Arabella's younger sisters, starving them, beating them with paddles, not letting them use the restroom so they would soil themselves, forcing them to lie in it, and setting up motion alarms to prevent them from escaping. Now, Deputy District Attorney Meredith Pro talked about what makes this case eligible for the death penalty. You'll hear from her first, and then from Flory on how her other daughters are doing now.
Believe that the murder was perpetrated during a torturous event, and that means that we can seek out life without the possibility of parole or potentially the death penalty.
Have there been any discussions about a potential plea deal?
Those types of things I can't really talk about, but this is just what we are moving forward with the case at this particular time.
How are your other 2 children doing?
They're doing great. They're doing fantastic. And they're going to have an amazing life, and they are reaching high for their dreams.
And as you heard the deputy DA say, she can't talk about whether or not there is a plea deal in the works. However, one thing is clear, that if there were to be a deal reached, it would prevent those 2 little girls from having to testify at a trial. Now, all 3 defendants are due in court next month. Carlo and Anna.
This story is just sickening, Kelly. So we don't know if there's going to be a trial, but should one go forward, any idea when that might be? I mean, this case has already been going on for 3 years now.
Well, all sides agreed today if a trial does go forward, it probably wouldn't happen till sometime next year. There are a lot of moving parts to this. There's 3 defendants involved in this case, all of their attorneys, 4 total, I believe, and they would all have to be on the same page. You know, the DA's office wants all 3 defendants to be tried together. I will say that the judge who was assigned to this case, and we learned today that judge is certified to try death penalty cases, should that be the route the DA's office wants to go.
And Kelly, the father in that household, can you remind our audience what happened to him when this case first started to come to the news?
Yeah, the father of, or the adoptive father of that little girl, he was a Border Patrol agent, and he committed suicide the day that little girl was found dead. We do know that if he was still alive, he would be charged in this case as well.
Kelly Hassedall reporting live for us. Just such an upsetting, disturbing case.
It really is.
Thanks, Kelly.